You're watching Nike EYBL Scholastic at the Laporte Invitational on League Ready. Inside the beautiful Laporte Civic Auditorium in Laporte, Indiana, we've got a top 25 matchup between Brewster and La Lumiere. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. Thanks for being with us on a Saturday night. Kevin Sweeney, Paul Harvey here. What a matchup we've got to close out a fantastic event from Laporte. The hometown La Lumiere Lakers looking for their first win of the weekend. It's going to be a tough test against Brewster Academy.
Yeah, this is old school Indiana high school basketball. The venue, the band, the students, it's awesome. And we've got a heck of a matchup to go with it. So much talent on the floor, especially in these two backcourts. Obviously Adams and Harrelson on La Lumiere side, and then McCory and Moore and so many other dynamic players for this Brewster squad.
If you love college basketball, you're going to see some future stars here tonight. You mentioned some of the top names. Let's look at the players to watch. Sebastian Wilkins, number 40 in the ESPN 60 for Brewster. And then Jalen Harrelson, the Notre Dame commit, 5-star, number 13 in the ESPN 100. What do these players bring to the table?
Jalen Harrelson brings versatility and physicality in bunches. I mean, built like a NBA player already. Shredded athlete, super fast in transition. And what a test that makes it for Sebastian Wilkins, a top 40 recruit himself, according to ESPN, has those high major offers, has been super productive all season long. Really excited about that matchup.
A couple of other names to watch: Killian Torre, Ibuka Okori, and Darian Moore as the guard play for Brewster. They are a fantastic trio, can score, can defend. Saw them light up Legacy in a 66-50 win the other night. And then on the other end, La Lumiere, coached by Pat Holmes, Darius Adams, UConn commit, Jalen Harrelson, Notre Dame commit, Melvin Bell Jr., San Diego State, and Chuck Love III, Loyola Chicago. It's a stacked front court and back court.
Yeah, they just have so much shooting, so much skill. Really, really hard to guard because you surround someone like Harrelson, who's so good getting downhill, with some of the best shooters in high school basketball in Adams, Bell, and Love. Watch out.
Brewster in the blue, La Lu in the home whites, and we are underway on League Ready. The final game of the weekend from the Porte Invitational. Nike EYBL Scholastic Conference basketball does not get any better than this. First shot inside, no good for Wilkins, but he's fouled.
And I like it from Brewster to get Sebastian Wilkins involved as early as you can. He is such a load to handle on the block. He can also handle the ball out on the perimeter a little bit. So difficult to handle. And I think from the get-go, they have to find ways to get him involved in the offense.
Wilson, a 4-star guard, as we mentioned, number 40 overall in ESPN's rankings via Paul Biancardi. And he averages 13 points a game here in conference play. Brewster, 4-1 in the league. They've got some big-time wins. They beat Montford. They beat Lehigh. They beat Orangeville and Legacy. Only losses to Arizona Compass Prep. They're on an inside track for a Chipotle Nationals bid if they can close out the season strong. La Lu, on the other hand, 2-4 in conference. They've lost 2 tough games this weekend. They lost to Sunrise on Thursday, CIA Bella Vista, and now another top 25, top 10 team in Brewster. This is a tough event, but Pat Holmes and company don't back down from anybody. Three-point shot is good. Darian Moore gets the first points on the board for Brewster.
There are a lot of good nicknames in this tournament, but nobody better than Darian Payday Moore.
Payday.
From right around my hometown in Troy, New York, big-time shot maker. Is made it to Brewster, and the Seton Hall commit, making an impact early.
And there's a steal. Brewster the other way. Killian Torre missed the layup. Bell has it for La Lu, and he's fouled on his layup attempts. Melvin Bell Jr. had a great game last night. 17 points against CIA Bella Vista. Native of Chicago, committed to San Jose State, where he'll play his ball next year. And he's a do-it-all guy for Lalu.
He had, I think, his best game of the season yesterday. 17 points, was super engaged offensively, and can score at 3 levels. And obviously someone who could space the floor, which is important with Harrelson. You want to provide him as much room to work as possible. But he was really aggressive, attacking downhill, and made some big-time plays to help keep them in it against Bella Vista.
3-2 early on. Great back cut and fine. And that's Abuko Okore's first points. Unselfish play, great passing. Ball pressure here on Adams. There's Strelnikov. Chuck Love the third. He loves the outside shot. Missed that one. And Moore back the other way. This is Sebastian Wilkins. Drives with the left hand, gets in the paint, and he is fouled. We go to the line for 2.
That's a tough cover for Chuck Love, who is super long and athletic, but doesn't have a ton of physicality. You know, still trying to put weight on his frame. It's felt like, you know, if they can get one-on-ones for Wilkins against Love, I think they'll take it.
Wilkins hoists a 3 as that foul was not a shooting foul. And now Jalen Harrelson, first real look at him. He's got great individual game. Passes off, missed shot there from Love. And Chuck Love hasn't been able to get it going all weekend. He's a guy that they really need to step up and hit some shots tonight. Wide open Strelnikov, layup, great block. Strelnikov gets it back, blocked again. Tremendous defense by Darian Moore.
He has shown a lot early on. I mean, the toughness, the ability to make shots, and now the defensive energy. A big-time block by Darian Payday Moore.
And this is what Brewster did to Legacy on Thursday as well. Just lockdown defense. Made every possession and every look tough as Lalu gets it back off the turnover. Harrelson. Now Strelnikov. Spins baseline. Great pass. But first, the charge. Wipe off the basket there.
Yeah, really good job defensively. I believe it was Payday Moore once again. Just getting in position. He has made a ton of good plays early on for this Brewster club. Have to be really pumped if you're Jason Smith with his contributions in the first 4 minutes or so of this ball game.
Melvin Bell's going to take a seat. Jack Smiley into the game for the first time for La Lumiere. 5-2 early on. Brewster leads it. Jumper by Torre. Too strong. Here's Harrelson. Spins inside and a blocking foul. Harrelson, like you mentioned at the top of the show, he's got that NBA frame, super skilled. When he takes it to the basket, he's really difficult to stop.
Yeah, and especially in transition, right? And I think for La Lumiere, a big key will be when Brewster misses shots, can they push it down the floor and get Jalen Harrelson in one-on-one situations in transition? Because I'm not sure there's a player in high school basketball who'd want to stand in front of Jalen Harrelson in those type of situations.
Darius Adams now, the other 5-star for Lalu, misses the shot. Strelnikov rebounds, and he is fouled. So Strelnikov, nice board, puts it up. We'll take a break. Free throws on the other side on League Ready.
movie. Oh, man!
Sure, I was the first pick, the rookie to watch, and the back-to-back All-Star. But to get even better, I had to get real with myself. I got real about how I showed up. I got real about how I trained. I got real about what I ate. The results, something about this season, man, it just feels different.
We are back at the Laporte Invitational on League Ready. Let's take a look at tonight's Chipotle player spotlight. It is Darius Adams, senior guard for La Lumiere, number 6 point guard in the class of 2025, attending UConn next season. He keeps it simple with the Chipotle order. The chicken quesadilla, the side of chips and guac, simplicity works well for Darius.
I mean, I would take a side of chips and guac right now.
Yeah.
I mean, great order by Darius Adams, and a guy I know that Dan Hurley is really looking forward to coaching. They have done such a great job over the years evaluating shooters. You think about Jordan Hawkins, Cam Spencer a year ago, this year with Liam McNeely and Solo Ball. He's next up. I mean, obviously has work to do, has to put weight on his frame, but you cannot teach what he does as a shooter. I mean, can take over games, and one of the most dynamic shot-making guards in the country. Big recruiting win for UConn, and excited to see what his career looks like in stores.
Yeah, Adams from Manchester, New Jersey, started his career at Manasquan High School, played 2 years there before transferring to La Lumiere last season, and he's been fantastic. 19 points per game in conference play. That's second overall. Can really fill it up.
He was only 2 for 15 from the field yesterday. I know he was itching to get back on the floor, see if he can make amends for that performance here tonight.
Moore almost scooped that shot in, but missed. Harrelson back the other way. Finds Smiley for the shot, missed. That's what he does. He's a three-point marksman. Torre now. Inside to Wilkins. Back out for three. Missed by Moore. Rebound Harrelson. Harrelson and Adams, two of the best guards in the country. Looking for a win tonight. There's a three-point shot. Is good for Smiley. His first points of the day after going 3 for 6 from behind the arc last night. He can really stroke it.
One of the best shooters in the state of Indiana and really in high school basketball. Love Jack Smiley's game, and talk about another good fit. I mean, going to Belmont to play for Casey Alexander, they always have incredible shooting. One of the best run offenses in all of college basketball, a guy that a lot of coaches around the country really look up to. And Jack Smiley just seems like one of those guys who, I know he's unranked, but I think we're going to look back in a couple years and say, man, what did people miss with this guy? Because he can flat out shoot the basketball.
Seems like one of those number 13 seed teams. Hits 5 threes in an NCAA tournament game, and he's on the national radar.
I mean, Belmont has produced NBA players out of there.
Yeah.
Whether it's Ian Clark, Dylan Windler, they have done an incredible job.
Ball batted away for Moore. Here's a Corey. Pass on the baseline. Shot is good. Preston Fowler's first bucket, the 4-star senior from Vernon, Connecticut.
Speaking of Cinderellas, James Madison commit Preston Fowler had the upset over Wisconsin last year.
There you go. Dominated that game, as I recall.
They did indeed.
So again, you take a look at Brewster. Between Payday, between a Corey, they've got Fowler, Wilkins, Torre. There's just a lot of options on the offensive end.
there's just a lot of balance, and I think that makes you really hard to stop because they can really hunt matchups. And if Moore's having the day and he can attack, like, let's do it. But you have a Stanford commit at point guard and a Corey. You've got size and shooting with Fowler, and then the Iowa State commit in Killian Torre, who I think is one of the most underrated players in the entire league. Like, he is so fun to watch, so talented, still just scratching the surface. So, so much to like with this Brewster group.
Another 3-ball is good. Brewster starting to get the hot head, and that's Atter Bolmean. And a 5-point lead for the visitors. Bell now puts it in. Melvin Bell. We mentioned he's got the potential to unlock his offensive game. 17 points last night, 4 points here today. Under a minute, first quarter from Laporte. This is Antonio Pemberton in the game for the first time. Fowler now back to Pemberton. Fowler's got to put it up. Short. Rebound Smiley. And they'll hold for the final shot. And it's stolen away. And slammed home by a Corey.
What a huge play by Abuka Corey. While Lumiere with potentially a shot to tie the game. Instead, the 5-point lead.
Harrelson from deep. Had to put it up with the clock winding down, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Brewster 13, La Lumiere 8. We'll be right back for more Nike EYBL Scholastic on League Ready. Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike. This is winning basketball. And by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle for real. Welcome back inside Laporte Civic Auditorium. Historic, beautiful basketball venue here in the Hoosier State. Brewster Academy with the early lead on La Lumiere. La Lumiere shooting 20%, only 2 field goals in that first quarter. But they start with the ball on offense, and here is their 5-star guard, Jalen Harrelson. Backing down, kicking out. Jack Smiley, the sniper, hits another one, and if he could keep that going, that's going to open up more offense for the rest of the team.
Yeah, I think it all starts, though, with the post-up by Harrelson. People don't realize how dangerous it is when you have a guy who can post up and pass out. Sort of reminds me of what Illinois did last year in the college game with Marcus Damask. Brad Underwood called it booty ball.
Booty ball.
But just let Harrelson back it down. If he gets the one-on-one, let's take it. If not, if we send a double, there's going to be an open shooter. And man, does La Lu have the shooters.
Smiley missed on that pass. But you're absolutely right. If Lalu can start manufacturing some offense out of that post spot, Harrelson just draws so much attention.
Well, and if you don't want to double him, that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure Lumiere will take a one-on-one in the post for Harrelson against just about anyone. But that's just what makes him so unique, and I think going to make him such a good college player next year.
Pemberton with the pull-up jumper extends the lead to 4. Early second quarter. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Lalu. As you mentioned, Darius Adams, another guy, really needs to get going. Had a tough night shooting, 2 for 15 from the field yesterday against CIA, but 22 points against Sunrise on Thursday, and that's the Darius Adams we're used to seeing. He's on the bench now, and a 5-second call. Brewster's defense has been fantastic so far.
Really good. And the one thing I would say, if you don't have Adams in the game, having Harrelson inbound the basketball makes it hard, because it puts guys who aren't used to necessarily handling it have to go get the ball. And I just felt like no one really made that hard cut to go get the basketball, and instead it's a turnover, and it cost them one at that.
Head coach Pat Holmes in his 8th season with La Lumiere. They've built an incredible program in the Midwest. National championship in 2017. As there is a 3-point shot for Brewster, and they're starting to feel it from downtown.
If Sebastian Wilkins can make that shot as a junior in high school, with his size, with his physicality, watch out.
Bell spins, and he's stripped of the ball. Okori with the layup. And it's a 9-point lead.
I just love how Ibuka Okori turns defense into offense. That's 2 times that he's had, what you might call like a pick 6, right? It's a steal layup all in one. He has been so disruptive on the ball so far today. Really impressive effort from the Stanford commit.
Great pass from Smiley to Strelnikov for the flush.
What a find. How about that pass from Jack Smiley? More than a shooter.
Smiley's look great here, and you can tell Lalu's just looking for a spark. Trying to fire up. Look at the crowd, the student section, clad in the construction gear, packed house. They're just ready to erupt. If Lalu can go on a run here. Look, might have been partially blocked. Harrelson inside, puts it up and fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Student section and
There
construction. Yesterday they were Hawaiian themed, so or beach. I don't know exactly what it was, but bright colors both nights certainly. And I don't know how many people have ever gone from lays to hard hats in 24 hours. So respect the Lalu students coming out, making this a great atmosphere here in LaPorte. Great fan attendance. I mean, this has been a phenomenal event. It is every year one of the weekends I look forward to most in the high school hoops calendar.
Totally agree. Great job by Pat Holmes, Brian Tonino, the whole La Lumiere school community for hosting this event. Put a ton of work in preparation. The city of LaPorte, the Visitors Bureau, every team that we talk to that plays in this event, that travels in from out of town, every team says it's one of their favorites on the circuit. And part of it is this beautiful building and this atmosphere, like you said. One of a kind.
I'm always in favor of watching a basketball game when there is a stage in the background, as you can see here. True throwback hoops, and it's been fun to watch.
Love it. Sebastian Wilkins, another dunk. He's been lights out here in the first half. Brewster extends that lead. Every time Lalu seems to make a run, Brewster has had an answer. And here's another steal by Wilkins. Loses it out of bounds. But incredible effort by Wilkins and the rest of the Brewster team. To see here, Pemberton, nicely done. Pemberton, right wing, waits for the screen. Milks a little clock. Still has it. Launches short. Adams rebounds. Let's see if Darius Adams can get it going here. Harrelson to Chuck Love. Loyola Chicago commit. Now Harrelson one-on-one. He'll fire. Misses the three. Rebound to Killian Torre. Brewster Academy ranked number 7 in the nation by ESPN. La Lumiere number 20 overall. That's a three-pointer by Okore, missed, but offensive rebound tracked down by Torre. Passing around the perimeter. Here's Fowler. He'll launch. Misses. Smiley comes away with it. 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Jalen Harrelson all the way to the rim, and good. Fowler finds himself open for a layup. And a miscommunication there on defense. Pat Holmes. And Brewster actually is going to take that timeout. And we're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on League Ready.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
No regrets. No, I will have no regrets. All the things that went wrong. For I have learned
So how would you describe the chicken to someone who had never tasted it?
Literally melt in your mouth tender. We don't have a freezer, you know? It's almost like a farmer's market. When you walk into the restaurant, you should hear the sizzle that you're hearing right now. It just sends all those waves up to your mouth.
You're making me hungry.
Welcome back to the Laporte Invitational for Nike EYBL Scholastic High School Basketball. Brewster Academy leading it 24-16 over La Lumiere, but their student section is ready to go, fired up for this one, and really a fantastic crowd. They've got the band. That's Laporte High School's band. La Lumiere's campus just 10 minutes away. The whole town coming out to support the Lakers here tonight and all weekend. Fantastic event. Happy to have you with us here on League Ready. Harrelson, he's been living on this block. No double, so he takes it himself. Block shot. Great defense by Torrey. Melvin Bell sticking with it. Off glass, no. Adams in. Left hand. Missed it. Rebound, Brewster. Here's a Corey. Lob pass. Missed layup from Wilkins. Brewster still has it. Fowler missed it. And Bell rebounds.
And chaotic sequence, but Killian Torre is an incredible defender.
Wilkins might have had all ball, but I believe Adams was bumped before that. And he'll go to the line. Darius Adams looking to get on the scoreboard for La Lumiere. They're shooting just 31% from the field. Been a bit of a clunky first half for the Lakers. And Adams misses that one. And And he's on the board. Cutting the lead to 7. Under 2 minutes to go, first half. Brewster Academy basketball. Here's Clyde Walters. Pass inside to Fowler. Preston Fowler with 7 points tonight. 3 assists, 2 rebounds. He's been playing a great game.
He's a tough cover because he can stretch the floor. He can roll to the rim. Can pass it. That's the thing that's really hard to deal with this Brewster team is that everyone on the floor is just so versatile.
Smiley off the mark on the pass from Danny Murray. Adams with the rebound and puts it in. Great hustle by Adams to slither in there and cut the lead back down to 7. Walters knifes inside. Shot no good. And Smiley saves it to Adams. Adams on the push. Harrelson open in the corner for 3. Off the mark. And Killian Torre comes away with it. Brewster will eat some clock. About a 9-second differential. Shot clock, game clock. Baseline jumper is good. Killian Torre, the 3-star point guard, Iowa State commit. He's played well all weekend and extends the lead back to 9.
Just so long and so skilled. I feel like he's just scratching the surface of what Killian Torre can be one day.
5 seconds left. Harrelson down the lane. Throws it down. An exclamation point to end the half for La Lumiere. And that might just be the momentum they need.
I was just about to say, that could be a huge momentum swing. Jalen Harrelson flying at the rim.
Great little back cut here. Harrelson wows the crowd with that dunk. And we'll take a break for halftime. Back on the other side on League Ready. The Nike EYBL Scholastic on league ready. Welcome back into LaPorte, Indiana, where Brewster Academy leads La Lumiere 28-21. First half stats. La Lu has dominated the rebounding, but turnovers and cold shooting have affected them, and Brewster's got that 7-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, just done a really good job, I think, with Brewster, with their balance. Different guys being able to step up. But Sebastian Wilkins, their junior top 40 recruit, has been really, really fun to watch. But it's been a group effort, right? Fowler has 7. Corey's made some really good defensive plays. This has been a really impressive, well-rounded showing thus far for Brewster Academy.
I feel like La Lumiere, 3 games in 3 days. It's a lot on these young athletes' shoulders. But this crowd, this energy, it feels like they're ready to erupt if we can see 1 or 2 big plays from really anyone. There's the stars, there's Darius Adams, there's Jalen Harrelson. But a guy like Jack Smiley hit a couple threes, got some momentum. It could be one of the stars, it could be one of the unheralded players.
Yeah, and maybe that dunk by Harrelson at the end of the half can swing some momentum and build some juice with this group. They've really struggled offensively. Adams and Harrelson really headlining that effort. And so you just wonder if a big-time momentum play like that can shape the entire second half.
Final half of the LaPorte Invitational Nike EYBL Scholastic event. Excited to have you with us. It's been a fun weekend of basketball across 3 days here in the Hoosier State. 5 on the shot clock. Moore's going to have to put it up. Baseline jumper. Bounces out. Rebound Harrelson. La Lumiere 2-4 in conference play. They could really use a win tonight to bolster their postseason resume as they look to make a run to Chipotle Nationals. Here's the leading scorer, Jack Smiley, number 11. 6 points in this one. 3-point attempt by Love is off. Ball caroms out of bounds, off Brewster. Harrelson's got 5 points. Adams 3, Bell 4. La Lumiere shooting just 31% from the field, 18% from 3. As they look to reignite the offense here in the second half. Here's Adams. Shut down by Moore on the drive.
Great job by Moore moving his feet.
Melvin Bell Jr. kicks to Smiley for 3. Missed it. But rebound caroms back off of Sebastian Wilkins. Looked like a little bit of an odd bounce there. And La Lu gets a break.
They've had great looks to start this half. Love is a really good shooter. He's wide open in the corner. Just there, Smiley, one of their knockdown guys, couldn't knock it down. So just got to keep firing away. Right? Eventually, you think that the dam will break, but doesn't make it any more frustrating in the moment.
This is Chuck Love, the third in the post on the drive. Pump fakes, and he is tied up. Great defense there by Fowler coming over to help.
Good job by Wilkins standing his ground, getting a hand on the basketball. He is so physically impressive for a 2026.
Adams slips in the lane. It's going to be another tie up. And the ball will return to the Bobcats. 7-point game early on, third quarter. Talked a little bit about La Lu's resume. Brewster at 4-1 in the league. Key wins over Montford Academy and Long Island Lutheran so far. They've got a chance as a top 10 team to make Chipotle Nationals for the first time in program history, as there's a steal and jam for Darian Moore.
That's a dangerous pass, especially with the ball hawks on this defense. Corey, Moore, Torre, they do an incredible job of making every pass contested, and That's just too dangerous. An easy 2 for Darian Moore, who's played a really good ball game. I've been really impressed with what Darian Moore brings to the table.
You and I both. The dynamic backcourt we talked about at the top with Moore and Okore and Torre. Just have so many weapons. Coupled with Wilkins and some of the inside threats, this is just a tough team to beat. Darian Moore, Jr., 6'3", 4-star. He has verbaled to Seton Hall, and he's a player.
That was a big-time early get by Shaheen Holloway, because I have a feeling that if the way that Darian Moore has played this EYBL Scholastic season, the way he will play this summer, there would be some high-level programs interested in trying to land him. So really good work by that Seton Hall staff, identifying a guy early, and now they have an opportunity here to develop what I think is one of the more overlooked guards in the class of 2026.
He's been impressive all weekend. Talked about the beloved nickname as well. I mean, Payday. It's about as good as it gets. And he extends the lead to 10. I should say 11, 32-21. Drive by Bell. Nice spinning layup. Melvin Bell Jr., the San Jose State commit. Knifes in for 2. And an offensive foul. That's going to go against Okore inside. And Melvin Bell, he's so aggressive.
Yeah. I thought he was so impressive yesterday and really all weekend. Has made some serious strides in his game and has a chance to be a really good guard in the Mountain West for Tim Miles and San Jose State.
Danny Murray into the game for La Lumiere. They trail by 9. Murray picks it up, finds Bell. Bell inside, traffic in the corner. Smiley for 3. Buckets! His third 3 of the night, and it's a 6-point game.
Isn't it funny how that goes? He was wide open in the corner, possession ago, couldn't make it. That one, hands draped all over him late in the shot clock, sort of a prayer, and he knocks it down. Big time shot by Jack Smiley to give La Lumiere some life.
Wilkins picks up the dribble. 10 on the shot clock. Murray guards Fowler. Ball knocked out of bounds with 3 on the shot clock, and we will take a break. Back in a moment on League Ready.
Sure, I was the first pick, the rookie to watch, and the back-to-back All-Star. But to get even better, I had to get real with myself. I got real about how I showed up. I got real about how I trained. I got real about what I ate. The results, something about this season, man, it just feels different.
Back here in LaPorte, Indiana. Brewster Academy clinging to a 6-point lead, but La Lumiere is on a little mini 5-0 run here in the third quarter. Our final game of the weekend of this fantastic event, the LaPorte Invitational. 3 games Thursday night, 4 games last night, 3 here today. La Lumiere, the hometown team, looking for their first W of the weekend. Brewster looking to go 2-0. And move to 5-1 potentially in the Nike EYBL Scholastic. He got an off-the-ball foul before the inbounds pass.
It's a big foul, if nothing else, because there was only 3.5 seconds on the shot clock. So the foul gets you the reset. Your Brewster getting to your action offensively instead of a rush shot.
There's Fowler on the block. He's had a nice game tonight with 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Been a well-rounded effort for the Bobcats. Darian Moore has been the scorer in the second half, misses that one. Fowler thought about the 3, holds back. Torre with the ball to Okori. Darian Moore dribbles, drives to his left, missed the layup. Fowler rebounds and missed, and Harrelson comes away with it. Harrelson fouled. He's so good at creating his own shot. In transition, like you mentioned earlier, really tough to stop. They're going to say that one's on the floor, but just a dangerous player.
Yeah, you got to get him going downhill. I mean, he is a freight train once he has the ball in his hands. And I think Lumiere sort of simplified things here in this third quarter and just said, all right, like, let's get out of Jalen Harrelson's way. Let's let him make plays. And then we got the shooters, right? We have Smiley, who made a big shot. Obviously, Bell. See if Darius Adams can get going here.
Nice try for Adams, puts it in. 5 now for Adams. Bringing the crowd to life just a little bit. Fowler, top of the key, surveys the defense. Okori is fouled. Nice cut there and fined from Fowler.
He's a very cerebral cutter.
And on the other end, Darius Adams, Kevin.
He has just struggled finishing around the basket this week. So really encouraging for him to put his head down, get to his right hand, and then finish around the rim. That's a big shot. Hopefully he can get him going.
Free throw by Okori breaks a 7-0 run from the Lakers, and he hits them both. Two and a half to play, third quarter. Lumiere trailing by 6. Harrelson isolation. He'll post up. Harrelson all the way to the lane and scores. Makes it look easy. And he's starting to come to life. 23 points for Harrelson on Thursday, only 12 last night. And now he's got 7 for the Lakers. Okori, step back. Short. Rebound Lumiere. Darius Adams gets inside, and he's fouled by Darian Moore. And Lumiere can cut into this lead even more.
I feel like this momentum in the game has started to swing, and started with some good defensive stands by Lalu, and now starting to get things going offensively. And it's been threes from guys like Smiley, and then getting to the free throw line, whether it's Harrelson or Adams.
Adams knocks down a pair. Brewster has controlled this game, but the third quarter, Lumiere has made a nice run. Let's see how they can respond. Nice little flip shot. Missed, though, by Torre. Rebound, Lalu. Bell inside, all the way to the rack, and a putback jam for Harrelson. Tie ball game. 3-point shot. Answer. Wow. Fowler's been incredible tonight.
What a mature response from Brewster. Preston Fowler, big shot, but man, when Jalen Harrelson gets up on the rim, watch out.
Adams inside, puts it home. And the action's starting to heat up inside LaPorte Civic Auditorium. Harrelson and Adams, dynamic stars, making plays for the Lakers. Okori for three, and he hits it. Every time Lalu scratches its way back, Brewster has had an answer.
I mean, last game of the weekend, kind of on the road. What a response.
Great steal and slam by Wilkins. Sebastian Wilkins with 9, and the lead all of a sudden back up to 6.
11 turnovers now for Lumiere. Some huge spots, too.
Adams double teamed in the lane. He's fouled. No shot. 1 second left on the game clock. And Lalu finally heating up. This happened on Thursday against Sunrise as well. Slow start to the first half. He got it going late. Trailed by 16 in that game. Actually took the lead by 1. Ultimately fell as Adams for 3 from the corner at the buzzer, right in front of the students. Perfect timing.
Man, what a time for Darius Adams to make his first 3 of the day. That is an incredible shot.
There is new life for the Lakers here in LaPorte. Stick around for the fourth quarter. We will be right back on League Ready. Nike EYBL Scholastic is brought to you by Nike. This is Winning Basketball. And by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle for real. Back here in LaPorte, how about Sebastian Wilkins tonight with the throwdown slam, but then an answer from Lalu.
Yeah, back and forth really at the end of the quarter. Big run by Brewster to tie it, or excuse me, by Lumiere to tie it. The push back by Brewster up 6, and then the huge 3 there by Adams at the buzzer to get it back to 3. We got a big 8 minutes coming up here in LaPorte.
It's set up to be a thriller as Harrelson drives in. Great find on the pass, and that's Melvin Bell Jr. putting it home. 1-point game here at LaPorte. Pemberton back in, nice back cut. Preston Fowler finishes, but a great pass from Pemberton.
I just love the way that Preston Fowler moves without the ball. I think that's the 3rd time today he has just made a little cut, whether it's backdoor or even just that 45 cut from the perimeter, and done an incredible job of just making himself available and finishing around the rim.
He and Adams lead all scorers with 12 as Adams gets called for the offensive foul on the spin move. Early fourth quarter here at the Porte Invitational. Brewster with the ball in the three-point lead. Here's Fowler. Baseline fadeaway, back rim. Rebound fought for. And it's going to be a foul on La Lumiere. Harrelson and Bell were both battling for it. They're going to give the foul to Bell. His second. And then another foul on the inside. It's going to send Wilkins back to the free throw line. First one up and in. Brewster Academy, coached by Jason Smith. That's him on the right. 25th season. Just put together a fantastic career for Brewster. And he's got them in prime position to contend for a conference championship. Smiley from long range. It's good. Lined it up and drilled it. Students are loving it. We're back to a one-point game.
He has really brought a huge lift offensively, especially on a day that Chuck Love has not made a big impact as a shot maker. Smiley off the bench has really shot it at a high clip.
Here's an outside shot by Torre. Missed. But look who it is. Preston Fowler again gets another opportunity for Okori, who buries it from long range.
Every time they've needed an answer, they've had it. I mean, Brewster's resolve and poise has been so impressive in this game.
And La Lumiere shooting lights out. As you can see, 9 out of their last 10 shots. But Brewster just finds a way to answer as Adams misses that 3-ball. And it's been a balanced attack. You've got Okori now with 14 points leading the way. Fowler has 12. Wilkins 8. Moore 7. They've got weapons at every position, and they're very unselfish.
There's been no panic in any of these big possessions. They've run what they've wanted to run. They've been opportunistic in transition.
Does he have another one? No. Okori misses that time. And here's Chuck Love. Smiley thought about it, gives to Murray. Harrelson calling for the ball. Harrelson drives right. Fouled. Moore thought he had a lot of the ball, if not all ball, on that one.
Just so hard when you're guarding Harrelson because he has such great length. You know, he has the ability to get the ball exactly where he wants it to go and take a lot of contact as he goes. And so I just think you get into a spot as a defender where even if you feel like you did a good job, you got to handle the ball. Like Moore said, there's just so much contact, and you're going to get a call more often than not if you're Jalen Harrelson.
Harrelson misses the first. The 5-star guard, ranked number 13 overall by ESPN and Paul Biancardi, made his Uniball signature commitment to Notre Dame back in November. Misses that one. And Brewster rebounds. 4.5 to play, fourth quarter. La Lumiere and Brewster, top 25 matchup. We'll have another foul here off the ball. Fourth team foul of the quarter, which is important when it comes to free throw shooting and bonus potential. Torre, left-hand drive, off the window, missed it. Gets it back in the corner, open three, knocks it down.
Again, the clutch gene with Brewster has been just incredible. That time the Iowa State commit. Miss a layup, get it back. All right, still have the confidence. Let's go knock it down.
And they're shooting it at a great clip from three. 8 for 16 from beyond the arc. And that's been the difference. La Lumiere shooting 5 for 16. Smiley to Adams. Adams in the lane, pivots, fades. Missed it. Rebound fought for. Great hustle by Harrelson. Will gain them an extra possession. You love when your stars lay it all on the line, dive on the floor, hustle.
He's a glue guy, man. Jalen Harrelson is as tough a superstar as you will find.
We will take one more break. Under 4 minutes, 6-point lead for Brewster. Back with the end of the fourth quarter after this on League Ready.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah, the avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
No, no regrets. No,
Kobe.
I will have no regrets. All the things that went wrong. For I have learned.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
We are back on League Ready. How about Brewster Academy's Abuka Okori? He's been a flamethrower from deep tonight.
Yeah, he's made so many plays without needing the ball in his hands all the time. Had a couple of those big steal and layups, has made threes, has really guarded the ball at a high level. I think one of the reasons that Darius Adams has not really found his footing ever in this game is because of Abuka Okori. He has been really fun to watch, came in as their leading scorer, but does so much more than that to help them win games. A big-time winner for this Brewster club headed to Stanford next year.
And playing under control. I think that's one thing you can say about Brewster and their coach, Jason Smith. Nobody tries to do too much. Nobody plays out of character. Guys know their roles, and they play well as a unit. Can they hold on to this 6-point lead on the road in enemy territory, LaPorte, Indiana? Bad pass on the inbounds. Up and in, Killian Torre. He's up to 7 points on the night. And lead back up to 9. Bell had an open look from 3, decided not to take it. Gets into the lane, finds Smiley. Danny Murray, right wing. 3 seconds on the clock. Harrelson's got a hoist. Short. Rebound Brewster. Does La Lumiere have one last run? Or will Brewster pick up their 5th conference win of the Nike EYBL Scholastic season?
The clock really against La Lumiere right now, especially if Brewster can just take the air out of the ball here a little bit. Get going here right around 10 on the shot clock.
Darian Moore drives into the paint, puts it up. Rebound Wilkins, knocked out of bounds, and fouled.
I mean, you could not script a better possession if you're Brewster. Took 29 of the 30 seconds. Now you're going to the free throw line for a chance to add to your lead. I mean, that's everything you could have hoped for if you're Jason Smith.
Yeah, and you take a look at back here inside the broadcast booth. Fun day with you today, by the way. Kevin Sweeney, Paul Harvey. Thanks for being with us for an incredible set of games. Nike EYBL Scholastic play. La Lumiere, the host team here in LaPorte, looking to put together maybe one more comeback attempt against Brewster.
Yeah, I mean, they've made their runs. They have really pushed, but Brewster has always pushed back. I mean, you have to give a ton of credit to this Brewster veteran core, guys like Ibuka Okori, Preston Fowler. They have made big plays in big moments when the game has started to swing against them. So much credit to this group's resilience, and now an opportunity to close this thing out. Just got to make free throws. Ideally, no threes, right? If you're Brewster, make La Lumiere work for everything, burn a little clock, and then offensively, you're going to want to use as much of the shot clock, just like they did right there.
They've been impressive tonight. They've been impressive all weekend, impressive all season. One of the standout numbers in the box score is the minutes played. I mean, you take a look at Preston Fowler and Ibuka Okori at 30 minutes in this one. Wilkins has played 27. These guys have left it all out on the court tonight. And Wilkins is able to extend that lead to 10. 2.5 to play. Harrelson starts the possession. Here's Adams. Harrelson backing down and scores. Too big for Torre down there. They got the mismatch that they wanted. Back to an 8-point game.
Got to dig in for a stop. And then as soon as you get that stop with that rebound, push it right back up to the floor because, again, clock not on their side right now.
Yeah, how many possessions do you play out before you start fouling if you're La Lumiere?
I think you play this one out. Obviously, you need to get stopped is the biggest thing. But, I think if they can score here, maybe a quick timeout or be ready either way to go set that pressure.
Big time steal. And put in by Killian Torre. He has the last 4 points. He is the closer tonight for Brewster.
Yeah, monster fourth quarter for Killian Torre. I mean, he has been everywhere. Up to 4 steals now on the game. I love his tenacity on the defensive end.
Harrelson backing in. Smooth shot in the lane for Jalen Harrelson. Timeout La Lumiere. We've seen some great dunks in this game. How about the steal? Harrelson trailing Torre. It'd be more of a finger roll, but nonetheless, great athleticism.
Yeah, he is such an interesting player because he's ready-made to defend. He can get downhill, and I think the skill level is going to continue to come along. We saw him make that 3 in the corner. I think that's a growing part of his game. And he's going to a place in Iowa State that really makes their identity on defense and physicality. Is he a guy that can come in year one and start? Maybe not, but long term, I mean, you have to be super excited if you're TJ Otzelberger about getting a guy who's so moldable but plays so hard already. I mean, he has the tools, does Killian Torre, to be a heck of a college basketball player in time.
There's a few college fan bases that are pleased with what they've seen tonight. Think about Torre with Iowa State, Fowler going to James Madison, Okori going to Stanford. It has been an impressive showing from the Brewster Bobcats as they look to seal this win in the final minute 16. Torre double team trap to Moore. Finds Okori, opened on the baseline. And once again, just calmly knocking down shots. Really impressive performance for Brewster.
17, 4 assists, 3 steals, only 1 turnover. He has been the epitome of a floor general tonight for this Brewster Academy club.
So Brewster from here goes to Springfield, Massachusetts, the Hoop Hall Classic. And their next game, they will take on IMG Academy, the #1 team in the country, at Hoop Hall. It's going to be a fantastic game. They also play Oak Hill on Sunday the 19th. Whistle here. Brewster then plays Link Academy in the Quincy Shootout, January 24th. And they end the season at the Western Maryland Classic, January 31st against Sunrise and February 1st against Veritas. So if you think about Chipotle Nationals, if you get this win tonight, if you can beat IMG and Link, or even go 2-3 in those games, you set yourself up in a good position.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a huge one to get.
Final 20 seconds. Look who it is again. Killian Torre puts the exclamation point on this victory for Brewster. Adams dribbles in for the final seconds, and he is fouled. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Got to shout out the crew here on League Ready. Fantastic work all weekend. Also, our crew producing some games on ESPN Plus yesterday. Paul Bronstetter, the coordinating producer. Ryan Kowalski, producer-director. Chad Boxenbaum on replays. Sam Kaiser with the graphics. Nikki Goodlow, Mosin Barayak, event management. Social media, Marcus Taliaferro, Rico Marrero. Great job, everybody, all weekend, as Brewster finishes the event with a 62-51 win over La Lumiere. Nike player of the game, who else but Ibuka Okori? Actually, you could have given it to a few guys tonight, but Okori was phenomenal, and especially in the fourth quarter. 16 points, 4 assists, 3 steals.
Yeah, and just the steadying force when La Lumiere made that big run at the end of the third quarter. I thought the plays he made really swung the game back in their favor, and he is one of the best point guards in the EYBL Scholastic. So much fun to watch, and so important to their victory tonight.
The Brewster Bobcats, ranked number 7 in the country. They're going to be moving up the rankings this week. Final score from LaPorte, Indiana, 62-51. Thanks for tuning in tonight and all weekend on League Ready. For Kevin Sweeney, I'm Paul Harvey. Good night.